It's raining, but I don't need an umbrella. Standing in your rain is where I wanna be.
Hello beautiful people, welcome. If you are new here, my name is Belle. If you are not new, welcome back. Today we are going to be getting into my current favourite makeup products. If you've already checked out my last video, then you know this is a part 2 of that one. If you haven't checked out that previous video, which is my current favourite skincare products and what I've been loving to get my skin the way it is at the moment, be sure to check it out. I will leave it up here somewhere, so be sure to check out if you haven't already. Do subscribe if you are not, and of course do give this video a thumbs up. Let's get right into it. Okay, so I haven't actually done anything because I wanted to start on a clean blank canvas. So I think it's safe to say that you guys have pretty much been seeing I've been loving the fluffy brow even here on my YouTube channel. Obviously I've been showcasing it a little bit more on my Instagram and TikTok. Nonetheless, my favourite product that I've been absolutely loving for my eyebrows is the Anastasia Brow Freeze. Now I know this was a really popular product before that. I was using the Makeup Revolution Soap Brow Styler. Obviously you get that wet with water, but the Anastasia one has just been working right up my street. A little bit goes a long way, so you really don't need too much. And I just apply it on my eyebrows, and it's so much easier now because I don't have to worry about wetting anything or doing any of that stuff. Even though that works, that is an affordable option. I know NYX Cosmetics did also come out with like a brow glue, so to speak, but that's sold out everywhere because people are absolutely loving it, and that one was only £6. I've not tried it yet. I've been wanting to get my hands on it, but every time I do attempt to go and find it, it's sold out on every website that sells NYX. Simple as. Okay, so moving on to eyes. I've already done one eye off camera just to save us some time, but I've really been enjoying this Huda Beauty palette. This is the Khaki Haze palette. Granted, it's not the cheapest palette out there, but the quality of these eyeshadows are really good. Going in with this colour first, I'm going to put this in my crease, and I do like to bring it down sort of near my inner tear ducts. Next shade I'm going to go in with is this matte khaki shade in the middle here. Again, these shadows are really pigmented, so you really don't have to actually do too much work, to be quite honest with you. And just going back in with that other brush from earlier, blending that out. And for my next shade I'm going in with this green. It's like an olive khaki green, and just apply this on the lid. Just look at that. I love it. I love it. These are my favourite sort of tones when it comes to green eyeshadow. The shade, you're not doing too much because of the shade, and it also complements my skin tone. That's the eye look. Simple as, nothing complicated. There you go. Moving on to my base now. If you watched my previous video, then you will know that I was absolutely obsessing over this hydrating primer by Fenty Beauty. I don't know what the heck took me so long to try it, but I love it. It's been so good, and I do usually like to pack this up quite a bit. I've gone in with one pump to begin with, and I've actually been using this a lot more than my Milk Hydro Grip Primer. And if you are a regular, then you would know that I was highly obsessed with that Milk Hydro Grip Primer. Okay, foundation is a tough one, I'm not gonna lie, because I've had so many good foundations that I've been using recently. One of my favourites has definitely been the Fenty Beauty Ease Drop Skin Tint. I mean, if you haven't tried this already, what are you doing? Especially if you don't like anything too heavy on the skin. Do watch my previous video if you haven't already, because obviously I show you guys how this looks and feels on my skin. Another favourite of mine has been this HD Liquid Coverage Foundation by Catrice Cosmetics. This shade is a little bit darker for me. It will be great in the summer seasons. Obviously we've not been out that much considering quarantine, and there's not really been that much sun in England anyway. But this is definitely one of my favourites. I love the way it feels on my skin, the way it looks on my skin. Super lightweight. I know this was quite popular in the US. Another favourite of mine is the Ordinary Serum Foundation. I did manage to go back and get the Serum Foundation. Obviously I do have the coverage one as well, but the Serum one, absolutely love it. One of my favourites for sure. Another one that I've really been enjoying, to my surprise, is the Huda Beauty Luminous Matte Foundation. I picked this up a few months ago and I've really been enjoying it. I'm quite surprised because when I first saw the original formula of this, I was like, nah, not for me, because I thought it was too thick, too heavy on the skin in terms of the coverage that I like, and I just was like, no, it's not for me. But when I saw she came out with a Luminous Matte, I was like, okay, now this might be a bit of me. So I tried it, picked it up, and I've really been enjoying it. So I'm going to use this foundation today because I haven't actually used this on camera, and I've got the shade Mocha 500G. When I did first apply it, I was like, what the heck, because because it looks green. I think the undertone's a little bit more on the olive side more than the golden side, even though it says G for golden. So I've just put one pump. I think one pump is even a little bit too much for what I need. I don't need a whole pump. I've realised that I talk quite fast as well, so I'm really sorry if you guys like are finding it hard to keep up with me. And I will slow it down in my videos because, I don't know, I just have the habit of talking fast. I don't know. I just don't know. But this is what the foundation looks like. It's a luminous matte finish and a little bit goes a long way. It is a little bit more on the olive side. So this is what the foundation is looking like. For me, I can see that luminosity coming through in terms of it being luminous matte. It is obviously a little bit more on the olive side if you compare it to my chest. My chest is obviously a little bit more golden than this foundation. For my concealer, the one that I've really been enjoying recently, amongst the Too Faced Born This Way concealer, which has been like my number one for so long, I've really been enjoying this Instant Rewind concealer by Maybelline. It is obviously an oldie but a goodie. I'm sure a lot of you guys already know about this, I've heard about it. And this is in the shade Tan, by the way, number 11. You know what, I was looking in my collection in terms of like what lightweight concealers that I have. So I decided to place an order to the newest, I think it's called the Bright Fix by Fenty Beauty. So that one should be arriving next week. So I'm looking forward to trying that out because I did want a concealer that was a little bit more on the lighter side for those days that I really just don't want to go in with anything too heavy. For my cream bronzer, I've really been enjoying this Revolution foundation. This is, I believe, the Fast Base foundation stick. Yeah, the Fast Base foundation stick in the shade F15. This shade is just right for me, and I like the fact that it's like glowy / luminous. So yeah, you can just see already what a difference this cream bronzer make, especially with adding some luminosity to my skin with more. I just love it. It makes me look dewy, and I really like that. For our setting powder, it's nothing new. Laura Mercier translucent powder. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of this to set my under eyes. Around my mouth, I usually like to go in with my Fenty Beauty foundation powder. This is in the shade 410, the Pro Filter Soft Matte Powder, and I really have been enjoying this even just on its own without any like liquid concealer or liquid product underneath, just because it gives me that nice smooth airbrush look as well. To be honest, I'm tempted to not go in with a cream bronzer, with a powder bronzer, because my skin just looks so good as it is at the moment. But for my blusher, okay, cream blushers, liquid blushers have been doing it for me. Obviously the one that I've been loving, Fenty Beauty cream bronzer. At the moment, the one that's been doing it for me is Daiquiri Dip. I really want to get the, I think it's a Rose Latte one, and I also want to try out the NYX liquid blushes as well. But this shade looks so gorgeous on like deeper skin tone, and you can just see how much that has sheared it out just by using a sponge. And then obviously I can go in with a little bit more if I do want to do that. I am actually going to go in with a powder bronzer, just a little bit. It is of course the famous Charlotte Tilbury bronzer, which I've been loving since I first picked it up. This is in the shade Tan, and I'm literally just applying very little because I really don't even need too much of that. Okay, so I just did my lower lash line to save a little bit of time. Pretty much done with majority of it. Forgot to mention, as you can see, my brows are done. So the brow pencil that I've been using for, I don't know, the last 2 months or so is the Huda Beauty Bomb Brows pencil. When this first came out, I was like, not mad about it. But when I saw it in action, and I've tried it myself now, look at how my brows are looking now to a couple of seconds ago. This is the bomb brow duo for me. I love it. Can't do my eyebrows without the both of them. It just never comes out the same. This pencil I will be using until further notice, literally, and I hope it never gets discontinued because it's literally my favourite now. Now, I don't particularly have a favourite lipstick at the moment because there's quite a few that I've been enjoying. So the one I'm going to use today is a cream lipstick called Babe. This is by Morphe. Oh, I like this. I haven't used this for a while actually. And this is the final look, so we are done. These are all my current favourite products that I've been absolutely loving, and I really love the way my skin is looking. I haven't even set it with a setting spray. Mind you, not that I need to, because this Huda Beauty foundation was designed for weather in Dubai. We ain't getting no Dubai weather in the UK, so I don't need to worry about that. I love the way my skin is still looking luminous. You guys saw my process step by step. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Do give it a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Of course, I will leave everything that I've used in the description bar down below. And I hope to see you all in my next one. Bye.